Good morning, students. In today's class, we are going to start a new chapter called circles. Okay, you have learnt about circles in your previous classes, right? We will just see what this circle is. What is circle? When the word circle will comes in your mind, something will come a round shape, right? Something will come a round shape. If I told a circle, what is that actually a circle? See, this is a circle, right? What is circle? A circle is a collection of all points in a plane. Yes, a circle is a collection of all points in a plane which are at a fixed distance. Yes or no? Which are at a fixed distance. These all points are, whatever the points are, they know. What we are telling? A circle is a collection of all points in a plane. These are all points in a plane which are at a fixed distance. These all points are at a fixed distance from a fixed point. Yes. Then what is this fixed point is called? This fixed point is called center. This fixed point is called center. And the fixed distance is nothing but the radius. Yes or no? What is a circle? A circle is a collection of all points in a plane which are at a fixed distance. These all points are there no here. These all points are at a fixed distance from a fixed point. Okay. So this fixed point, whatever here a fixed point is there, this fixed point is called as a center of the circle, and this fixed distance is nothing but the radius of the circle. Okay. See, when we know about the definition of circle, now we will see what is the relation between a circle and a line in a plane. What is the relation between a circle and a line in a plane? Now see here total 3 possibilities are there. Okay, total 3 possibilities are there. Now see here one circle is there. Okay, this circle which has a fixed distance of O. Okay, now see here line is there. Okay, and here circle is there. What is the relation? What we are finding here? This line does not have any common point, right, with respect to the circle. This line does not have any common point with respect to the circle. Then this line is called as a non-intersecting line. What we are going to call this line as a non-intersecting line. This is about the first possibility. So one more possibility see here. Here line is there. Okay, and a circle is there. What we can observe here? We can observe here a line intersect the circle in such a way that how it is intersect? There are 2 common points here. Yes or no? A line intersect a circle. This line is intersecting the circle in such a way that we have 2 common points here. We have a 2 common point. Then this line is called a secant. What we are going to call this line? Secant we are going to tell. Now see now what is from this what we can observe? Here a line is there, right? This line and a circle is there. A line intersect the circle in such a way that it has only one common point. Yes or no? So this is called as tangent. For this line we are going to call it as a tangent. Now see what we saw, the relation between a circle and a line in a plane. We have 3 possibilities. The first possibility is here line is there and a circle. Here it does not have any common point with respect to the circle. This line is called as a non-intersecting line. Now see here the line intersect circle at 2 points. Is it no? This is nothing but a secant. Now what about this one? A line intersects the circle at only one point. Then this line is called a tangent. Okay, now in today's class, means in this section in circle chapter, we are going to mainly focus on tangent. Okay, we are going to mainly focus on tangent. Now see here, what is this tangent? Tangent to a circle. What we got a definition? A line which intersect a circle at only one point is called a tangent. Now see, a line which intersects a circle at only one point, then that line is called a tangent. Okay, a line which we are going to see here. This is a circle, right? A line which intersect circle at only one point, then this line is called a tangent. Now question arises, what is this actual tangent? Now see here, the word tangent derived from the Latin word tangere. Okay, the tangent word is there, no? This tangent word is derived from the Latin word, okay, tangere. It is derived from the Latin word tangere. Tangere means to touch. What is the meaning of tangere? Tangere, which means to touch. The word tangent is derived from the Latin word tangere, which means to touch, and was introduced by Danish mathematician, okay, Thomas Finnecke. So this tangent word is there, no? It was introduced by Danish mathematician Thomas Finnecke. Who has introduced this? Thomas Finnecke. Introduced by Thomas Finnecke. You have to remember this. Okay, the word tangent derived from Latin word tangere, which means to touch, and was introduced by Thomas Finnecke, Danish mathematician Thomas Finnecke. Okay, what is the meaning of tangent? Tangent means a line which intersects the circle at only one point, then that line is called a tangent. Now we will see, so based on some tangent, we will see some of the points regarding this. Now see here circle is there, right? This is a circle. Now see I will draw one line here. This line is nothing but L. Okay, this line is nothing but L. Now see here this line is nothing but what this line is? This line is nothing but a secant. Yes or no? Why this is a secant? Because this line intersects a circle at 2 points. Okay. Now see if I rotate this line in anti-clockwise direction, if I rotate this line in anti-clockwise direction, okay, if I rotate this line like this, what will happen? Okay, the position may be somewhere here. If I rotate this line, the position may be here. The Q position may be at Q1. This is somewhat position. Again, if I rotate this line, it will be somewhat here. Okay, the line may be here. Again, if I rotate the line, okay, it may be somewhat here. Again, if I rotate the line in anti-clockwise direction, the line may be somewhat here. See here, when I took one line, that line is nothing but a secant. Just if I rotate this line, in anti-clockwise direction, see this secant has been reduced to a tangent. What I am telling? I took one circle, okay, and I took one line. That line is nothing but a secant. Okay. If I just rotate that line in a anti-clockwise direction, or you can rotate in clockwise direction also. Okay. If I rotate this line in anti-clockwise direction, the secant is, at last the secant will going to form as a tangent. Okay. What is a tangent? A line which touches the circle at only one point. From this we can define one more definition for tangent. So what is that means? A tangent to a circle is a special case of the secant. When the 2 points are here, these 2 points are coinciding. Yes or no? These all 2 points coincide at one particular point and will going to form as a tangent. So what I want to tell you is here, this is a circle, right? Now see here, I took this as a line. Okay. At last, the line, if I rotate this line in anti-clockwise direction, at last the line was somewhat like this. Okay. The secant has been reduced to 2. The secant now the secant has been formed as a tangent. So what is that? Here 2 points coincide at one point. Okay, you go on rotating this line, the 2 end points will going to coincide at one point. Then we will going to form as a what? Tangent. The secant, if we rotate in clockwise direction or anti-clockwise direction, we are going to form it as a tangent. For that, what we will tell that a tangent is a special case of the secant. So one more definition we can tell that the tangent to a circle is a special case of the secant when two end points of its corresponding chord coincide. See here, I performed, this is activity 1. So what is that? I just took one circle, I took one line, that line is nothing but line L. Okay. I just rotated this line in anti-clockwise direction. See here, if I rotated, the position was like this, somewhat like this here. Okay, here this is nothing but a tangent. Again I rotated this line, it came here, this is again a tangent. Again I rotated this line, we got this line. At last, this line we are getting. Okay, this line is for what this line is acting as? This line is acting as a tangent. So what we can tell from this? The tangent to a circle is a special case of the secant when two endpoints of its corresponding chord coincide. See here, when I rotated like this, the 2 points coincide at one particular point. These two points coincide at a particular point. The secant has been reduced to a tangent. Therefore, we are going to call this as one more definition. What is that? The tangent to a circle is a special case of the secant when the two endpoints of the chord coincide. Okay, this is about activity 1. So one more activity we will see based on the tangent. So activity 2. So we will draw one circle for this. See here, this is a circle with center O. Okay, now see here students, one line I will draw here. Okay, one line I will draw. See here, this line is called PQ. Okay, this line PQ is acting as the secant. Yes or no? Because this line intersects at 2 points. Definitely this is a secant. See, if I go on drawing for this line a parallel line. See here, what I am telling, I took one circle. For that circle I just drawn one line. Now see here, what I am doing, I draw some parallel lines to the given line. What I am telling, I took one circle and this circle has a center of O. Okay, this is a given line. For this given line, I just drawn some parallel lines for this given line. I drawn a parallel line. For this given line, I drawn some parallel line. So from this what you can conclude that, see properly, something you can notice here. Say what is that? What you can notice? See here, this is a given line. For this given line, I just drawn some parallel lines. Okay, now see here, this is a secant. These all are secants. Here the first one and last one are the tangent, because this line is touching the circle at only one point. This line, the first line and the last line intersect a circle at only one point. Definitely the first line and the last line are the tangent. So from this what we can tell? From this we can tell that for a given line in a circle, for a given line or for a given secant, to the circle, we can draw just two parallel tangents. We can draw two tangents. Okay, see here, this is a given secant. For this given secant, how many parallel tangents we can draw? Only two parallel tangents we can draw, not more than two we can draw here. Yes or no? See here properly. Can we draw here one more tangent? For this secant, for these given secant, okay, these all are secants, no, from here to here, leaving first one and last one, here these all are secant. For this given secant, how many tangents we can draw in a circle? Parallel to, we have to draw a parallel tangent. I am asking you, for this given sequence, how many parallel tangents we can draw? Say only two tangents we can draw. Yes or no? In a circle, we can't draw one more here. Is it possible? It is not possible only. See here. Here this is a circle. This is a circle which is having a center O. See here, if I draw for this is a given line. This given line is acting as a secant. For this secant, how many tangents you can draw parallel to this secant? How many you can draw tangent parallel to this secant? Only two, no? Only two tangents you can draw parallel to this secant. Is there any one more tangent here? No. Okay. From this we can tell that for a given line in a circle, we can draw only two tangents parallel to the given line. For a given line, we can draw only two tangents parallel to the given line. Okay. From this activity we can conclude that for every secant of a circle, for every secant of a circle, there are exactly two tangents which are parallel to each. See here, for every secant of a circle, there are exactly two tangents only. There are exactly two tangents which are parallel to the secant. Okay. So this is about activity number 2. Now we saw what is a tangent. Okay. A tangent is a line which intersects the circle at only one point. And we come to know that the word tangent was derived from the Latin word tangere, which means to touch, and was introduced by Danish mathematician Thomas Finnecke. Yes. And again we come to know that from this activity 1 and 2, in activity 1 what we have done, we just took one circle and we took a line. That line is acting as a secant. Just we rotated this line in anti-clockwise direction. At last the 2 points coincide at only one point. This secant has been reduced as a tangent. Therefore we can tell that the tangent to a circle is a special case of the secant. Okay, is a special case of the secant when two endpoints of its corresponding chord coincide. When two endpoints are going to coincide at one point, then we are going to form it as a tangent. So again from activity number 2, what we have done here, just we drawn a circle with the center as O. For given secant, we can draw only two tangents parallel to that. One more tangent we can't draw. So now one more, I will ask you one question here. Now see here, this is a bicycle wheel. Okay, this is a bicycle wheel. Okay, so this is, the wheel is somewhat moving like this. Okay, when the wheel is moving, one particular case will happen. One spoke of the wheel will going to touch the road. Yes or no? One particular case will happen. What is that? This spoke will going to touch the road, and what it can form here? It is forming nothing but a 90 degree. Okay, from this what we can tell in mathematics? We can tell that, see here, this road is acting as a tangent to this wheel. This wheel is nothing but a circle. This wheel is nothing but a circle. Okay, and this is nothing but a radius. Radius is touching, where it is touching here. and it is forming 90 degree. Now see students, when a line intersect circle at one point, okay, a line is touching the circle at one point, this line only we are going to call it as a tangent, and ऐसा no, see this point is nothing but a point of contact. For this point we are going to call it as a point of contact. Now see here this radius and what is this? Tangent. Here radius and tangent is going to form a 90 degree. Yes or no? Here the radius of the circle and the tangent. This is nothing but a point of contact. We can tell point of contact. Say from this we can derive one theorem. Okay, from this we can derive one theorem. So what is that? We will write here. It is a very important theorem. Theorem. The tangent, okay, this is the tangent at any point of a circle, the tangent at any point of a circle is perpendicular to the radius through the point of contact. Now see student, the tangent, this is a tangent, the tangent at any point of a circle, okay, this is a tangent, the tangent at any point of a circle is perpendicular to the radius through the point of contact. This will going to form a 90 degree. Now we will prove this, how this will be a 90 degree. The radius is touching the tangent, where at the point of contact, the radius is touching the tangent at the point of contact, it is going to form 90 degree. So this we are going to prove now. So now see, for this we will draw one circle. So this is a circle with the center O, okay, this is a circle with the center O. Now I am going to draw one tangent, okay, this is a tangent AB, okay. This tangent is, why this is a tangent? Because this line touches the circle at only one point, therefore this is a tangent. Okay, once more I will type here. I took one circle and this line touches the circle at only one point, therefore this is a tangent. Okay, now this is nothing but the radius, this is nothing but the radius of the circle. Okay. Now see, given, what is given here? A circle with center O tangent AB at a point P of the circle. Now see students, a circle is there, a circle with a center O and a tangent AB. Okay, we took one tangent AB at a point P of the circle. What we have to prove here? We have to prove here OP is perpendicular to AB. We have to prove here OP is perpendicular to AB. Now see here, for this we will do some of the construction. We will do some of the construction. So what is that? Now see here, take a point Q on AB other than P. We will take a point Q on AB. You can take here point anywhere other than this P, or to take one point here. Okay, take a point Q on AB other than P. Leaving this P, you have to take here anywhere point. Okay, and join OQ. Okay, join OQ. So this is about our construction. Now see a proof. See the proof of this. Q, what is this Q? Q is a point on the tangent AB. Tangent AB. Okay? Other than P. Now see here, Q is a point on AB other than P. Therefore, what we can tell? Q lies outside the circle. Yes or no, students? Q lies outside the circle. Now see here again, this OQ, okay, this line OQ intersects a circle at point R. Okay, so we will write here, let OQ intersect circle at R. Now see here, OR is less than OQ. Yes or no? This OR is less than OQ because see here, this full is OQ. Only I am speaking about OR. OR is less than OQ. What is the reason? Part is less than the whole. Yes or no? Part is less than the whole. Always part is less than the whole, no? Yes. Call it as equation number 1. Say but. Now see here OP and OR is what? OP and OR are radius of the circle. OP is equal to OR. So what we can write here? Radii of the same circle. See here, if 1 is there, we will tell radius. Okay? The plural form of radius is radia. Okay? Radii of the same circle. Now see here, in place place of OR, can I write OP? OP is less than OQ. Okay. So this call it as 2, equation number 2. So this is from 1 and 2. Okay. Say OP is equal to OR. In place of OR I can substitute. In place of OR I can substitute OP. Say OP is less than OQ. See here this OP is less than OQ. So what we can tell here? See here OP is the shortest line segment. Yes or no? Here OP is the shortest line segment. If you take here any other points, definitely this is true for every point on the tangent. You can take any points here. Okay, I think so. You have learned one theorem in your 9th standard. Suppose here point P is there, okay, and this is a line. Here this is the perpendicular distance is nothing but the shortest distance. Suppose this is a line AB, okay. From this point you can observe here, take any points on the line AB. Here AB is the line and P is a point outside this line. Listen here AB is a line and P is a point outside this line. See, if you want to find out the shortest distance, definitely the perpendicular is the shortest distance. You have learnt in your previous class. See here OP is the shortest line segment. If you take here any point and if you find out the distance, definitely here OP is only the shortest distance. If it is shortest distance, we know that the perpendicular distance is only the shortest distance. From this we can tell that OP is perpendicular to AB. We can tell that OP is perpendicular to AB. Why means we know that the shortest distance, okay, which is the shortest distance means the perpendicular distance is only the shortest distance. Therefore, we can tell that OP is perpendicular to AB. So, we will write this step by step. Thus, OP is shorter. Thus, OP is shorter than any other line segment. Then, any other line segment joining O to any point of AB other than P. So whatever I explained, I have written here. Say, but the shortest distance, okay, between a point and a line, is perpendicular distance. Now see students, thus OP is shorter than any other line segment joining O to any point of AB other than P. But the shortest distance between a point and a line is a perpendicular distance. So what I explained here, see here, if you take here any point on the line AB, say OP is only the shortest, but the shortest distance between a point and a line is perpendicular distance. Therefore, we can tell that OP is perpendicular to AB. Okay. So once more I will explain this theorem here. See here, just we took one circle, okay, a circle with center O and tangent AB at point P. We have to prove here this OP is perpendicular to AB. We have to prove here, in this theorem we have to prove here this OP is perpendicular to AB. Okay, for that we have done construction. What is that? We took one point Q, leaving this P, you can take here anywhere a point Q. Okay, afterwards this line OQ intersect the circle at point R. Okay, now see here, OR is less than OQ. OR is less than OQ. For by observation we can tell that always a part is less than the whole. Okay, but OP is equal to OR because these are the radii of the same circle. Okay, from 1 and 2 we can get OP is less than OQ. Here OP, whatever is they know, this is the perpendicular distance. You can take any other points and you can find out the distance. Definitely this OP length is only the shortest, and here the OP is nothing but the perpendicular distance. Therefore, OP is perpendicular to AB. So in today's class we have learnt about what is a tangent, okay, and we from 2 activities we got the 2 results, and we saw one very important theorem, that is, what is that? The tangent at any point of a circle, you can take a tangent, okay, a tangent at any, you can take a tangent at any point of a circle is perpendicular to the, what is perpendicular to the radius through the point of contact. Okay, in next class we are going to solve based on this exercise. Thank you. See you in the next class.